welcome back to another episode of IROC Business Entrepreneur Series. I am your host, Corey Fonville Foster, and today I am so excited. I have my first coach ever here, gracing our beautiful session, Miss Mechi Renee, who is a fabulous business coach all the way from Texas. Hi, Mechi.
Hey, Corey, how are you, girl?
I am great. I'm so excited that you're here with us today. I'm not even going to go into a big intro. Please do tell the audience, who is Mechi Renee?
Well, Mechi Renee, first off, is God's daughter. I am a mother, a sister, an auntie, and I am a Black woman. That's Mechi Renee.
Okay, looks simple enough. She's like, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. I love it. Be unapologetically you. So I met you because you were recommended as a fabulous business coach, but that's not all you do. So tell us, what is the name of your business and what hats do you wear as far as being an entrepreneur?
Yes, absolutely. My business is called the Unikorn Trybe. And yes, I do a lot of different things. I am a business and monetization coach. I do nonprofit and ministry consulting. So those people who are trying to start a nonprofit, they're trying to start an online business. I help those as well. And then I employ people to work in a virtual call center type position. So working remote from home for other companies across the US. In my coaching business, I do business and monetization. So that's really someone trying to build and scale their online business. And I do that more so now. I've gotten away from the one-on-one in a group coaching format. So that's how I help people.
Awesome. Like, she's so bashful. She's so calm right now. But when I tell you, this lady is the real deal. Before we get off, I'm gonna give my little shout out. I'm gonna wait to the end so you can give all your nuggets, and then I'm gonna hit them with the real tea about how amazing you are. So I always ask people the same question when they come onto the show, and I say, what is your why? Why did you go into business? And I know that God is a major factor in everything that you touch. So do tell us, why did you decide to be a business coach and have these different facets of your business?
Well, originally, when I started my coaching business in 2012, I was using a lot of my professional background, which is all HR, recruiting, project management, organizational development. So I was doing life coaching, career coaching, helping people with their career paths. In there, I was doing some consulting, picking up, contract work, helping small businesses with their HR and recruiting efforts. And at the time that I started my coaching business, I had no idea what I was doing. I was, emulating other people in the market, doing what other people were doing. Showing up and being inauthentic. And this is, we're not even talking about online, because that wasn't even a thing in 2012, 2011. People weren't operating businesses online like that. So we're just talking about just in the industry overall. So I was not being true to myself. I was that person that was trying to piece together my business. I didn't hire a business coach or a mentor at that time. And I was just going around and around and around in a circle for like 3 years. Literally just doing this and that and lowering my prices and not staying true to what I knew that I could provide people. It was just so much. And I got really frustrated and I was like, okay, done with that. Set it on the shelf and went on to do other things. I started a publishing company and published my first poetry book. It's called A Piece of Me. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this publishing thing and I'm going to help people publish their books. Negative. That was that was not it. That was not it. Too much work, not really passionate about that. became a burden. It's different when you're doing stuff for your own stuff versus trying to help someone else do that when that's not something you should be doing. And so then I started in 2015, I actually started a mobile bakery, and mobile bakery hit. It was amazing. And so what was different about my mobile bakery is that everything was gluten-free, vegan, and allergen friendly. And I used my grandmother's recipes and made them veganized. And so no one could tell the difference. So like I was making apple pie and sweet potato pie and pound cakes and cookies and compote and like all these different things. And it instantly was a hit. And so I had people working for me. We were doing different festivals and farmers markets, and people were ordering. And then
Exactly.
and then it was a problem because people wouldn't show up for work. And at this point, I was beyond the beyond the space where I could do it from my home. So I was outside of the cottage laws. And so I had to get a commercial kitchen for the amount that I was producing at the time. And that was an added expense. And so therefore I needed help helping me in the kitchen to make everything, because everything was made from scratch. There was nothing store bought, store prepared. Everything was made from scratch. And so I just woke up one day about a year later and like, what am I doing? God was like, this ain't what you're supposed to be doing. Like, it's doing well, but you're not graced, and this is not what you're supposed to be doing. So it's only a certain level of success you're going to maintain when you're outside of God's will. So one thing that I would say to your audience is, if you are having struggles in your business, I would say that that's probably not something you should be doing. And when I say struggles, I'm not talking about as far as you don't have enough time, not that kind of struggle. If you can't even get past your why, if you can't even figure out your messaging, do some soul searching, and maybe you might need to do a pivot, because sometimes we do things for money and not for service, because you serve first and money is the byproduct of the service. So if you're trying to sell first, you're always going to fail, because that's not the natural law. You serve first and then the money is the byproduct, not the other way around. And so in 2016, God brought it back to me that no, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You should be teaching and mentoring people in their business processes, in starting, in building, in scaling, in launching, in monetizing. That's what you need to be doing. And I was like, okay. So I had to do a little bit of a pivot, and I knew it because I was frustrated anyway. I was already ready to be done with the bakery because it was too much. It was overwhelming for me. Now, someone else that's their genius, they can keep right on ticking, and that wouldn't have been a problem for them. And a lot of people would ask me, well, why did you stop doing that? You were making money. Yes, I was making money, but I was working too hard to make that money. You should be in flow. You should be in grace. You should be in ease. When you're in alignment, you don't have to hustle. It just comes. And yeah, you're going to work hard in your business because you're a solo person, but everything should not be a force. And when you're in alignment, everything won't be a force. It'll come easy and naturally, and you don't have to do so much work. So my why is I am supposed to help women step into our place. A lot of times we allow work, if you're still working 9 to 5s, you allow children, husbands, parents, everything else come before you, and that cannot be. You are the most important person in your life. You cannot help anyone else in any of these other roles if you don't have yourself together. And so we have to step up, rise up, step out, and do what it is that God's called us to do. In most cases, we know, we just not doing it on no way, shape, form, or fashion. And people need what you have. If you're playing small and not doing it, someone is missing out because you're not being who you're supposed to be. And when I got that revelation, I was like, okay, what you want me to do? When am I doing it? How am I doing it? Who am I doing it with? That was the biggest eye opener for me, is somebody needs what I have and I'm not showing up. And so therefore they're missing out. And I couldn't allow that to happen anymore. So I had to rise up.
Wow, look, that was a word. I wasn't going to interrupt. People know when somebody is in their greatness and giving all the tea, I just let you flow. I just want to go back to a few points you made that I want to make sure the audience heard. First of all, you need to be following your passion. You said, well, it's not just about the money. You really have to be passionate about it. You talked about the fact that, what did you say? Let me look at it. You said sometimes you have to pivot. And that's something that a lot of people don't think about in entrepreneurship. They like to say, oh, you failed or your business failed. No, sometimes you're just not in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. You need to pivot, make some adjustments to make sure that you, like you said, are in alignment with what you're called to do. And of course, I like to tell people, when God tells you to do something, go ahead and do it. Sometimes he whispers to you and tries to give you a little nudge and says, hey, you need to be doing this. And you get hard-headed, right? You're like, I don't, but God, but I'm doing okay. We're making some money. We all right. He's like, but what did I say? And then you're like, well, let me think about it. And then he says, but what did I say? And then, and then like, oh no, wait a second. I need to, and then you have to jump to it and make changes. So you heard what God had in store for you, and you weren't afraid to follow what he had already put in place for you, and he led you into your greatness. So I love that you put that out there, that you aren't just out here making choices willy-nilly. You know you are called to do something. You have a greatness that's been put inside you, and that's what you're choosing to explore. So like I said, you had a word. I was like, okay, let me listen. Let me pull up a chair, because I'm gonna receive it. I'm gonna receive it, and I hope the audience did as well. So you did mention a few hurdles you had as far as, having a business and then having to pivot and change. But was there any other hurdle that you've had that you've encountered in your business, especially as a business coach? And please tell us, what that hurdle was and how you have guided yourself through it.
Yeah. So one of the things that happened when I decided to come into the online space, so I decided to come into the online space in December of 2019. A few months prior to that, God had told me to make the transition. So I started releasing contracts that I had for work that I was doing that was outside of where he was releasing me. So none of the contract recruiting and HR and all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that I missed was it is totally different running an offline business than it is running an online business. And what I should have done before coming into the online space, I was never a really big social media user. Even with my other business endeavors, it just, I didn't really need to do that. And so that part of it, I totally missed, starting to grow my audience before I made the pivot. And so I was growing my audience and my online business at the same time. And it was a lot. It took longer. So had I say, like I started the transition in December, let's say if I would have just started even in September or October, just a few months earlier, people getting out there, people seeing who I am, knowing who I am, really seeing what I'm putting out and, start following me and doing all the stuff that people do on social media. It would have made the transition a lot easier and a lot faster. But one thing I can tell you is building a business, and especially an online business, it's not overnight instant success. I know people think, oh, they're seeing people posting, oh, I made 100K. Sometimes I'm gonna just flat out say it. People are lying. They didn't just start their business 2 days ago and now they're making 100K. That's a lie. Don't fall for the deception. And then when in other people, you see that they have been in this space for 2 or 3 years and it's taking them that long to hit 100K or multi six figures or whatever it is, but it's work. And you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your business, and you have to do it before you make one dime. And you need a business coach. You need a coach, whether that is me or someone else. You need a coach because number one, you don't know where you don't know what you don't know. And you don't know how to get yourself to where you're going, because if you did, you would already be there. And so for me, I have a coach and will always have a coach. And I'm just going to put it out there. My coach is a 10K investment and her program goes up every time she launches it. So if you want to see results in your business, you have to invest, and you have to invest early on. That was one of my biggest mistakes, is not investing in my business and myself early on, because I could have saved myself a whole lot of heartache, a whole lot of worry, a whole lot of stress, because someone would have been there to guide me through the process, and my business would probably already be at 7 figures if in 2012 I had invested in that coach. But I was being cheap and lazy. That's the two things. I was being cheap and lazy. I'm just going to put it out there because it's work. It's not something you're just going to be able to listen to while you're cooking dinner. No, you're going to have to focus, put your time in it, put your energy, your heart, soul, and passion. And if you're not willing to do that, you're definitely not in the right business space. You should be able to find that one thing that you can't not do. And when you find that, that's the thing for you.
Okay, look, I hear you. Mechi does not play, y'all. If you're looking for a very laissez-faire, shoot, rainbows up your butt type of coach, she is not the one. She's gonna give it to you raw, real, and but it's gonna work. You're gonna grow. Like she is no joke. And I love that you said even you as a coach have a coach. And I have to tell people that all the time. You really do need a coach in every aspect of the journey. And I'm gonna put a little something out there. I had a coach once, not gonna mention any names, who told me the two things I had to have was a business coach and an accountant.
Yes.
Fight tooth and nail not to do that, because I was, like she said, being cheaper. And actually, I think I was fearful. It is an investment, and I had to switch my mindset from I'm spending money to I'm investing money. I had to hit that switch, because when I said I was spending money, it hurt every time I had to push the button to send the money to, the coach or to the accountant. But when I said, this is an investment, things changed. And that actually was overnight. I remember paying you your first that payment. And I went to my husband and said, let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you what just happened. And yes, I was a little scared, but I also realized that something had changed. My mindset had changed. I had made a decision. And look, I will put it out here now. You ready? Here we go. Within 1 month of working with this amazing woman, I got new clients. She was like, you need to raise your prices right now. I said, yes, ma'am. Raise my prices. Not once, but twice. I had to raise my prices. Launched the e-course. You know what I'm saying? Did all the things. This is in 30 days, guys. 30 days. She's not playing with you. But like I said, you got to be ready, because she's not going to play with you. She's not going to be, holding your hand, coddling you. She's going to tell you, hey, this is what it is. This is what we need to do to get to the top. She'll give you all the resources. She's the resource queen. She told me so many things that I didn't know existed. I said, oh, what's that? Oh, this is something. Oh, okay. And when I tell you that the amount I spent look, I'm not even gonna say the price because she needs to up the charges, but the amount I spent for that one initial month of working with her, I made 3 times that month. And had I not had her as a coach, best believe I wouldn't have gotten even close to that goal. So I really do encourage you, like she said, maybe she's not the coach for you, maybe she is. Definitely will give you her contact information before we get off. But have a coach, because it really is something that is going to scale up your business and give you the support you need to do the things you actually want to do. It's too hard to try to learn everything by yourself. You can't be everything in your business. You can't be the creator and then you have to be the administrator and then you're the accountant. You never learn how to do accounting, and then you're
Right.
the marketer, the advertiser, the salesperson. It's like how many hats you have. And it's not to say that we, especially as solo entrepreneurs, don't have to, learn a little bit about everything and get the job done so we can afford to pay people. But having the business coach will allow you to know what you do actually have enough money to invest in to make your life so much easier. And when you can scale up like that, like I said, 30 days, she gave me a 7-day program and a 30-day program, gave me a few coaching sessions. And I'm telling you, 30 days, guys, she made a vast change in my business. You like my new logo? That was her. Said, change your business name. Get a new logo. I said, yes, ma'am. And don't just hire the business coach and not listen. That's pointless. Do what they
absolutely
say. Do
the work. Yes,
it's
do
okay
the
to
work.
not understand at the time. Do the work, like she said. She's gonna give you homework. Get your homework done, because she will check in on you. You'll get a message and she will check in, and you do not want to not have your homework done. So definitely, you ain't even know that I was up there nervous, like, oh, I got to get this done. But like I said, I can't share, just how much you've benefited my business. I definitely wanted you up here because I wanted people to know how amazing of a business coach you are. And she doesn't, it's not about the money. It really is like a sincerity about you. You care about your clients in a way that I have not seen in other coaches. It's not this generic program where you're saying the same thing to everybody. When we talked, I felt like you really understood me as a person. You understood my brand. You understood where I was trying to go, and you cared. And that's worth the investment, guys. Having somebody truly just being, she's like the person in your corner when you in the ring fighting for your business. She's that person wiping off your sweat, making sure you're okay. Get the business coach. Now look, now that I done went to church on it, okay, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come bring it back in. Bring it back in. I had to give you a word myself. But
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh no, look.
You were a model client. I'm gonna tell you, Corey, I've worked with a lot of people in different parts of my business, and even outside of my business, being a mentor, just being a friend, an advisor. I would have to say you were probably one of my best clients because you actually did the work. You knew what you wanted. You knew where you wanted to go, and you were willing to do whatever you needed to do that, even if it was scary to you. Because I know getting that accountant, the three things: your legal and your coach and your accounting, bookkeeping, tax people. I know it's scary because that's an investment, but trust me, they're going to help you save money. They're going to help you #treat it like a business and not a hobby, because that's part of the things where we go wrong is we treat our business like a hobby and not like a business. So you did the work, girl. You get some applause because you did what you needed to do in your part. And, the same way you feel about me, I feel the same way about you. You're sincere. You come to people with a genuine heart. You want to help people. Even when sometimes you're doing too much, you still, you still have that heart to serve your clients. And that's why you're going to always be successful, because you're serving from a heart place, not from, I need to pay my bills place. So it's a huge difference.
Yep. See, I'm not gonna cry. You're not gonna mess up my makeup. But thank you. So I do want to ask, there's a lot of new entrepreneurs that watch my segments and are part of my audience. If you had to give them, besides all the other nuggets we've already given out today, if you had to give them one tip on their journey, if they're just starting out, what would that tip be?
Be authentic. Be yourself in your brand. Don't try to be someone else. Be exactly who you are. There are people who need you. That's it. There are people who need you, and they are waiting for you to show up in your business so that they can be your tribe.
Look, and that's all she wrote. She said, "That's it. Be authentic." I can't echo that sentiment enough. There's a lot of people, like you said, out here trying to kind of imitate or be somebody else. Those people already exist. They already have an audience. Be you. And it's not to say that you can't learn from people in your industry and network and figure out how it's done. You don't have to reinvent the whole wheel, but you do have to have something that's different, because then why would people come to you versus someone else? And I think that's something that people connect to. That's why they pick Mechi as a business coach. Because when you get on that consultation call, that very first one, and you start to tell her about your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, and then she can see that vision with you, you can make that connection. If she wasn't authentically her, or you weren't authentically you, that rapport, that connection would not work. And therefore the vision would not be made plain, and you would not succeed where you want to. So, never be afraid. I always tell people, as long as you're coming from a good place, there are going to be people who want to buy your products, your services, and engage with you. But when you're coming, just trying to kind of be a face and do the things you think people want to see, people will see right through that. And then you're going to wonder why people are like, I don't know about that person, or they seem okay, but something's off. It's because, you're not being you. And everybody may not like who you are. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. I'm pretty sure I come off a little too bubbly sometimes. People are like, the glass is not always half full. Yeah, to some people, but I am a bubbly person, and hey, that's the way I'm going to be. And Mechi is a no nonsense, I'm not going to play with you kind of person.
Yeah. we're going to have fun. That is one of my core values in my company, but I'm not going to let you slack. I'm not, because I want you to get the win, because when you win, I win.
Exactly.
What I teach works if you work it. If you don't, then, you didn't get a result, not because of me, but because of you. Because it does work, and, you have to just be willing to do it. So
we did have a lot of fun. We did. I don't want you guys to be scared. We still have a lot of fun. We still check in, and that's the thing too. We still check in with each other and talk and have a good old time. So I don't want you guys to be scared. She's awesome. What were you saying? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was just going to say I have some new things that are coming out and that are going to be available. One of the things is coming up toward the end of January. I am doing my 5-day free workshop, which is called Be a CEO. And basically in that 5-day workshop, you are going to be going through the 5 days, and we're going to start with getting your mind right. That's all about your mindset and doing the things that you need to do to get that taken care of. And then on the rest of the days, we're going to be working on your soul-led offer. We're going to be working on your automate to dominate. So like things that you can do to make additional money in your business now without adding any additional work. We're going to, on day 3, I think it is, we're going to be going through different things that you can make money in your business. So everyone's already doing things, and it's a matter of just doing those things in a little bit more systematic way, so that you can make additional revenue without doing additional work. So I will be putting that information out there. And then my group coaching program will be launching in February. And this is going to be an amazing hybrid group coaching program. There is no program that's being offered like this on the market currently. And basically, it makes me competition-less, actually. And then you get a holistic coach, a holistic business approach to coaching, because every area that you need, we're tapping. So your personal development, your interpersonal skills, your business design, your life design, it's all working together for your good. And then within the platform, within the program, things that are outside of my zone of genius, I have other coaches that are coming in to support my students, like mindset coaches, like a spiritual advisor. If you are needing whatever it is in your spiritual walk with God, how to, connect it with your business and all those kind of things. So there's going to be other people in the program as well to support the students. So they don't need to go anywhere else because they have everything they need right in one place. So I'm very excited about that. Super valuable, super impactful, and it's definitely going to 10x you. Within 6 months of completing this program, people are going to be they're going to be hitting their goals as long as you do the work. So if you do the work in this program, you're going to have a 6-figure business at the very least, period. But you have to do the work. You're not going to get results if you don't do what I'm teaching. That's just period. So
that sounds amazing. I'm super excited for you. Definitely.
Yes.
Group coaching is fun. A lot of people are like, I don't know if I want to, be sharing with other people, but it's nice because if you have any competitive edge, you're like, well, I'm going to do the homework this week. So when we get back, the teacher will like it. And I was like that. I did a group coaching program one time. And when I tell you, I like to win. I was one that was like, I'll type up the notes from the session. I'll send the recordings and, keeping up with people. And it's also a great way to network. There are going to be people that can help you and go, do things for your business, and you'll be able to do vice versa. So it's networking, it's coaching, and the fact that you're going to be able to increase your profit margin. Come on, guys, it's worth it.
And not only that, but you still have that coaching component where you get access to me one-on-one still as well. So it's a hybrid group coaching program. So you still get access to me one-on-one through Voxer, which I love Voxer. It's amazing. And then you get the group coaching sessions. There's days where there's going to be laser coaching for like 3-hour blocks. So you can come online and get coached for whatever you need. So you're still getting the coaching aspect. As Corey stated, the group context makes the program a little more richer, because you might hear an idea from someone else in the group that you would have never thought of had you not been in that group component. And you can tweak some things in your business and you may have clarity. And so that's the whole approach to the group coaching, is to help everyone, each one reach one. And it's going to take your business, your life, your mindset, your money, because we do live in a monetized world and we do need to be making money. So it is going to increase you not only in your personal, but in your business as well, because this can all be applied throughout different facets of your life. So definitely. I am ready. I'm ready to invite in my new students. It's going to start March 1st, and February, the program is just going to be opening. So I am excited about everything that we're going to be learning in that program. And just to give a little bit of highlights. So you're going to be working on your branding, your marketing, your strategies, your implementation, your action, your offers, your pricing, just to name a few, as well as content and, other things like that. So this is an all-encompassing program. So you're going to get what you need to have a well-rounded business. Awesome. I know I was a person completing a program and was like, okay, I got good strategies, but my marketing is still not good. I still don't have my branding. And so now I need to invest in another program. So no, none of that. You are going to have what you need from the beginning all the way through. And this will be a program that will evolve over time. And so this is you'll always have a coach. Until you're ready to level up and you're hitting multi 6 figures and you need to go on to a 7-figure coach. And then when when it's time to go on to your 7-figure coach, you hire somebody else.
Awesome. And guys, if you're confused on which, program should I try? get a consultation call, because she will hear what you're trying to accomplish and put you in the right path. I know for me, I love one-on-one coaching, but I also love group coaching, but I wanted to scale it really fast. Really fast. I said, what can we do really, really quick? And then, like I said, she also has an e-course platform. So I got to do her 7-day and her 30-day programs, which were fantastic. So say you are not ready. We're going to put a quote because it's just your mindset. But if you're not ready to invest, she has a great deal of things that she offers. So don't be afraid. Don't be timid saying, well, I probably can't do this, or I may not be able to commit to that. She has something for you. Reach out. We're going to give her social media links in the comment section below if you're looking at us on YouTube, in the description if you're listening to us on podcast. But definitely, please don't set in your mind before you even talk to her that you can't. Talk to her first, and I promise you, she will help you figure out a way to say that you can. And that's something you need to allow yourself as an entrepreneur to go through, is hear them out, hear the coaches out, and see which one's the best fit for you and your brand. And they will help you figure out a way to be able to afford the investment. And that's the cool part. I was one of those people that said, I don't think I can afford it. This is all they were bringing in. And then she said, you know what? But if we do this, this, and this in the next 30 days, you can afford to pay me and more. And check, it happened. so definitely, like I said, don't count yourself out yet. Make sure you book that consultation call. So where can people find you before we leave out today?
Well, I am on social media on just about all the platforms. So Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram. They can find me under Unikorn Trybe, which is UNIKORNTRYBE. I am also on YouTube. It's not branded yet. So if you just find me on one of those other platforms, you can find me on YouTube. And then on LinkedIn, it's under Mechi Renee. And then, of course, you can find my website, unikorntrybe.com. And my podcast is Doing Business with God. So you can listen to that on every major platform that's out there. I thank you so much, Corey, for inviting me to come on. This was fun. And I hope it was able to bless someone. If you have any questions at all, doesn't matter what it is, please reach out. I'm here to help. And, you know, if I can't help you, I will definitely send you to the right people that I know that will take care of you and get you going on the right track. Just don't give up, and actually just get help, get support. If you need to join my Facebook community, come into my group, get information. There's other people in there that share stuff and, you know, post, ask questions. I do pop-up group coaching once a month in there for free. So there's things available, even if you feel as though you don't have any money. But trust me, when we talk, you'll figure out a way that you can do it, even if that means you need to drop Starbucks to make an investment in your business for a couple of months. Trust me. You know, so I have things, even if you want like mini blocks, you don't necessarily want to invest right now in a full coaching program. Like Corey said, reach out, we'll customize something and figure it out.
Well, thank you so much. I can't shout your awesomeness anymore, but it's just been a blessing to have you up here. You are definitely the real deal. So I do thank you for coming on and giving us so much wisdom. Guys, again, reminder, I will have all her links down below so that you can check her out. And please do, like I said, reach out. And if you know someone who knows someone that also could utilize her services, do share her information as well. Let her know where you heard about her from the IROC Marketable Business Solutions group.
Yes.
Definitely let her know that, so that she knows that we were listening on today and hearing all the wonderful things she had to say. But guys, thank you for listening. And just remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock. And I will talk to you next time.